Okay, so get this.
Hmm.
Imagine a marathon,
Okay.
but not just like, your typical race with just humans
Oh,
running.
right.
We're talking about a marathon where robots are in the mix,
Wow.
going head-to-head with human athletes.
Enough.
That's right, in Beijing, April 2025.
Okay.
The world's first human-robot half marathon is set to take place.
Interesting.
And we're diving into all the exciting details today.
Sounds good.
We've got articles covering this groundbreaking event,
Mhm.
and, we love to dig into the details that'll make you say, wow, I didn't know that.
It's more than just a spectacle, though.
Right.
This race signifies a huge shift in how we interact with robots.
Okay.
Athletic competition, has always been, a human thing.
Yeah.
But as robots become more advanced, we're being forced to reconsider the very definition of sportsmanship and what it means to compete.
So let's unpack this.
Yeah.
We're talking about 12,000 human runners,
Wow.
alongside robots from over 20 different companies. Can you picture that starting line?
I'm trying to.
Sleek bipedal machines,
Yeah.
some over 2 meters tall,
Really?
pounding the pavement next to seasoned athletes.
Wow.
It's like something out of a sci-fi movie,
It really is.
but it's actually happening.
And it showcases the range of robotics technology.
Yeah.
You'll have remote-controlled robots
Okay.
where a human operator guides their movements
Mm.
and fully autonomous robots.
Wow.
That means they operate independently without any human control,
Oh, wow.
making decisions and navigating the course based on artificial intelligence.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
So any robot can just enter this marathon?
not exactly.
Okay.
There are some specific rules to make
Right.
sure it's a fair competition.
Uh-huh.
These robots have to be between 0.5 meter
Okay.
and 2 meters tall.
Wow. So that's,
Yeah, which is a pretty wide range of sizes
yeah.
to picture, like on a starting line.
Yeah.
They also have a minimum hip-to-foot distance requirement.
Okay.
And get this, no wheels allowed.
Really?
They're really focusing on human-like running here.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing these robots are going to need some serious stamina
Oh, yeah.
to cover the full 21 kilometers.
Definitely.
Do they get a break to, recharge or anything?
Just like human runners might need a quick drink,
Okay.
battery swaps are allowed mid-race
Okay.
to keep these mechanical marathoners going strong.
So that raises a really interesting question.
Yeah.
Is it really a test of endurance
Right.
if robots can just swap out their batteries? Or does it become more about how efficient their design is
Yeah.
and how well they're programmed?
It definitely adds a whole new layer to the competition.
Yeah.
But speaking of amazing robots,
Right.
there's one in particular that we need to talk about.
Okay.
Tiangong,
Oh.
a robot from China's Embodied Artificial Intelligence Robotics Innovation Center.
I've heard of this one. Tell me more.
Tiangong is a great example of just how far robotics has come.
Okay.
This robot is 163 centimeters tall. Okay.
And weighs a surprisingly light 43 kilograms.
Wow.
And here's the kicker.
Yeah.
It's the world's first full-sized humanoid robot powered entirely by electric drive,
Really?
which is a pretty huge accomplishment.
So it's not just some clunky machine.
Bro.
It's a sleek,
Right.
advanced robot designed for performance.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
And Tiangong is no stranger to running events.
Yeah, okay.
It's even acted as a closing pacer in previous races,
Really?
encouraging human runners to reach the finish line.
Oh, wow.
But this half marathon will be a whole new challenge,
Right.
a real test of its capabilities.
And think about what this says about China's role in robotics and AI.
Yeah.
They're not just making robots for factories anymore.
Right.
They're pushing the boundaries of what robots can do in areas we once thought were only for humans.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
It's not just a technological race.
Mm.
It's a statement about ambition and innovation.
Okay, so we've got this incredible lineup of human and robot athletes.
Yeah. All pushing the limits of endurance and technology.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to ask, what does it all mean?
Right.
What's the bigger picture here?
That's where this deep dive gets really interesting.
Okay.
This race isn't just a publicity stunt.
Okay.
It's a symbolic representation of the evolving relationship between humans and robots.
It's like we're getting a sneak peek
Yeah.
into a future
Mm-hmm.
where humans and robots share not just the track, but maybe a lot more.
Yeah. It really makes you rethink what we even consider, like, athletic.
Right.
We usually think of strength,
Yeah.
endurance, agility. But when robots enter the picture,
Right.
those definitions get a lot more complex.
Exactly. It makes you wonder if this is the start of like a whole new era in sports,
Yeah.
one where robots aren't just tools,
Right.
but actual competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case,
Yeah.
how do we even measure success? Is
Mm.
it just about speed and efficiency,
Right.
or are there like other factors at play
Those are some big questions. Yeah.
that sports philosophers and ethicists are already debating?
Wow.
Some argue that robots, no matter how advanced,
Yeah.
can never truly like replicate the human experience of athletic competition.
Right.
They don't have the same pressure,
Head
drive
stress.
to win,
Uh-huh.
or emotional ups and downs that human athletes do.
That's true. There's that intangible human element, the grit, the determination,
Yeah.
the sheer willpower
Right.
that pushes athletes to their limits.
Yeah.
Can a robot really understand what it means
Right.
to overcome adversity,
Exactly.
to push through pain,
Yeah.
to achieve a personal best?
It's a valid point.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Okay.
some people believe that including robots
Mhm.
in athletic competitions
Yeah.
could actually enhance the human experience.
Oh, okay.
Imagine a robot pacer
Okay.
that helps runners maintain a steady pace
Right.
and hit their target times,
Oh.
or a robot trainer
Yeah.
that provides real-time feedback.
Right. And helps a runner improve their form.
So instead of seeing robots as rivals,
Yeah.
we could see them as partners,
Exactly.
pushing us to reach new heights.
That's right.
I like that perspective.
Yeah.
It's like having a high-tech training buddy,
Yeah.
always there to motivate and support you.
Exactly.
But wouldn't that make human athletes rely too much on robots?
Hmm.
Could it make us complacent in the long run?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
It's certainly something to consider as we explore the potential benefits
Mhm.
of human-robot collaboration in sports.
Oh.
But this collaboration could extend beyond, professional athletes too.
Okay, like how?
Think about the potential for robots to help people with disabilities
Okay.
participate in activities that
Yeah.
were previously inaccessible.
Right.
Or imagine robots used in rehabilitation,
Mm.
guiding patients through exercises
Yeah.
and tracking their progress.
So we're talking about using technology to make sports and fitness
Right.
more inclusive and beneficial for everyone.
Exactly.
That's a really exciting prospect.
It is.
Yeah.
And the innovations developed for these robots
Mhm.
could have a huge impact on other fields as well.
Like what?
The advances in AI, sensor technology, energy efficiency,
Yeah.
driven by this human-robot marathon,
Right.
could lead to breakthroughs in healthcare,
Okay.
manufacturing,
Uh-huh.
even disaster response.
It's like this one event, this clash of human and robot athletes
Yeah,
could spark a wave of innovation
right.
that changes our world in ways we can't even imagine yet.
Exactly.
I-
And that's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's not just about a race.
Right.
It's about understanding the forces that are shaping our future
Mm-hmm.
and the choices we have in navigating this
Yeah.
rapidly changing world.
It's almost like we're on the cusp of a whole new era,
Mm-hmm.
one where the line between human and machine
Right.
becomes increasingly blurred.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And as we get closer to the starting line of this historic human-robot marathon,
Yeah.
it's important to remember that we're not just spectators.
Right.
We're active participants in shaping the future of technology,
Mm-hmm.
sports,
Yeah.
and even what it means to be human.
You mentioned earlier
Yeah.
that some experts believe
Mm-hmm.
that robots can't truly replicate the human experience
Right.
of athletic competition.
Right.
But what if,
Yeah.
and hear me out here,
Okay.
what if the robots themselves
Yeah.
start to develop some kind of artificial consciousness?
Oh.
What if they start to experience emotions, feel the drive to win,
Yeah.
the disappointment of defeat?
Right.
Would that change how we view them as competitors?
That's getting into some serious science fiction territory.
Fair.
But it's a thought-provoking question nonetheless.
Yeah.
It challenges us to consider what it truly means to be conscious,
Mhm.
to experience emotions.
Yeah.
And if robots were to reach that level of sophistication,
Right.
would we still consider them machines?
Where-
Or would they become something more?
Something more.
Yeah,
That's a powerful idea.
it is.
And it makes this whole human-robot marathon even more significant.
It does. And it brings us back to that question we posed earlier.
Yeah.
If you could choose to cheer for a human or a robot in this marathon,
Mm-hmm.
who would it be and why?
Would it be based on their performance,
Right.
their spirit,
Yeah.
or something else entirely?
It really forces you to examine your own values,
Yeah.
your hopes,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe even your feels about the future.
And there are no easy answers.
Right.
But that's what makes this deep dive so compelling.
Yeah.
It's not about finding all the answers.
Right.
It's about asking the right questions.
Mm-hmm.
The questions that spark our curiosity
Yeah.
and make us think differently.
It's about embracing the unknown
Right.
and exploring the possibilities with open minds.
Okay, so we've talked about this amazing lineup of athletes.
Yeah.
The technology behind the robots.
Mm.
The philosophical questions about competition.
Right. Yeah.
And even the potential for robots to develop consciousness.
Yeah.
It's clear that this marathon is much more than just a race.
Right.
It's a symbol of our evolving relationship with technology
Mm-hmm.
and what the future might hold.
Yeah.
But I'm still curious about the actual race itself.
Okay.
What are some of the key differences
Mm-hmm.
between how human and robot runners
Right.
approach a marathon? Well, on the one hand,
Mm-hmm.
you've got human runners
Right.
who rely on years of training,
Yeah.
building up their
Right.
physical endurance
Right.
and mental fortitude.
Uh-huh.
They have to manage their pace,
Right.
stay hydrated,
Yeah.
and push through fatigue.
Mm-mm.
Plus, there's the psychological aspect.
Right.
They might draw energy from the crowd,
Yeah.
get inspired by their competitors,
Mhm.
or even hit a wall,
Right.
and have to dig deep to find the motivation to keep going.
And on the other hand, you have robots that are designed for,
Yeah,
efficiency and precision.
right.
They can maintain a consistent pace
Yeah.
without getting tired.
Right.
They don't experience pain or
Right.
emotional fluctuations,
Mhm.
and their performance is largely determined
Right.
by their programming and the quality of their components.
So it's almost like comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah.
It's not just about who's faster.
Right.
It's about two completely different approaches
Yeah.
to running a marathon.
Uh-huh.
But I have to ask,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be a bit anticlimactic if a robot just crossed the finish line first? Could we really say it won in the same way a human athlete would?
Yeah.
Would it even understand the concept of victory?
That's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
If a robot wins,
Right.
does it diminish human achievement?
Right.
Or does it force us to reconsider
Yeah.
what winning even means? Maybe it's not just about crossing the finish line first,
Yeah.
but about the journey, the effort,
Mhm.
the personal triumphs along the way.
I'm also curious about the impact on the human runners.
Yeah.
Will running alongside these high-tech machines inspire them to
Right.
push their own limits?
Mm.
Or will it create a sense of discouragement,
Yeah.
a feeling that they can never truly compete
Right.
with these tireless,
Yeah.
unyielding machines?
It's fascinating to think about,
Yeah.
the psychological dynamics.
Yeah.
Will human runners see the robots as rivals,
Right.
motivating them to strive for greater speeds and endurance?
Right.
Or will they view them as benchmarks,
Okay.
representing a level of perfection
Yeah.
that's unattainable for humans?
Right.
It's a real-world test of
Yeah.
human resilience and adaptability.
It's almost like a social experiment
Yeah.
unfolding in real time.
It
We get to
does-
observe how humans react to
Mhm.
this new kind of competition. This fusion of technology and athletics,
Mhm.
I bet there will be some incredible stories that emerge from this race,
Oh, definitely.
from both the human and the robot competitors.
Absolutely. Imagine the narratives.
Yeah.
The human runner who finds inspiration
Mm-hmm.
in a robot's steady pace.
Yeah.
The robot programmer who experiences a surge of pride
Right.
as their creation
Mm-hmm.
navigates a challenging course.
Yeah.
The spectators who find themselves cheering
Right.
for both human and machine athletes
Mhm.
with equal fervor.
This event is going to capture the world's attention. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about who crosses the finish line first, is it?
Not at all.
Right.
It's about the conversations it sparks,
Yeah.
the questions it raises,
Yeah.
the future it reveals.
Well-
It's a glimpse into a world where humans and robots
Yeah.
might not just coexist,
Right.
but collaborate and compete in
Yeah.
ways we're only just beginning to imagine.
It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible and challenging ourselves to think differently about technology, sports,
Yeah.
and what it means to be human
Yeah.
in an age of
Yeah.
rapidly evolving machines.
Yeah. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to
Okay.
leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
We've explored the excitement,
Mm-hmm.
the potential,
Yeah.
but as with any technological advancement, it's important to consider the implications.
What kind of future do we want to create?
Yeah.
How do we ensure that technology empowers humanity, not diminishes it?
These are questions we all need to grapple with.
Yeah.
We encourage you to keep exploring, keep questioning, keep imagining. The future is a collaborative creation, and we're all in this together.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of human-robot marathon running.
It was fun.
Until next time, keep those minds curious.
Definitely.
And remember, the future is a race we're all running together.